I'm Kevin Coleman with the Setup Post, and I am with Marsha Wagner, and we're going to talk about the Chillicothe Downtown Open House, which features Shine On Chillicothe.
Right.
So can you introduce your role in all this and then tell us about what to expect?
Well, I was one of the founders of Shine On 4 years ago, along with Teresa Reap. And we were so excited that we actually were able to really light the park pretty well, but we knew that we wanted a lot more. And each year we've been able to increase all of our displays and wrapping of the trees. Our committee of 2 is now a committee of 10. We are all strong workers. We start putting up the lights in October, the 1st of October, and we go through almost till Friday. We're still working on the park. We have expanded it again this year. One of our displays, sadly, will not really be in until December the 2nd. Our tunnels, which are 10 feet long, we have 2 sections, so we have 20 feet. But December the 4th, we will have 40 feet of tunnels to walk through, and that will be really exciting. We have done displays of a ballerina. We have added a big sign called Shine On across the pond, because last year we had lights going down the hill, but we had people that let their kids go up in between them, and we had a lot of damage, so we figured that was not working.
A little too tempting.
A little too tempting.
And how old is Shine On?
4 years old. And Lisa Whalen now is president of it, and we have 10 very active members. Would you like for me to name the members?
Sure, give them credit.
Give them credit, yeah. Lisa Whalen is president, and our workers are Susie McCall, Nancy Gomez, Judy Bennett, myself, Austin Stone Brown, our only male, Leslie Parker, Misty Tuttle. Am I missing anybody? I can't. I hope I got everybody, but this is just off my cuff.
Well, where can people learn more and see who's involved and what's been the history of it and such? Is there a website or a Facebook page?
Yeah, we have a website now. Thanks to Austin Brown. We now have a website, and we've been able to really increase a lot of our events. Every May we have a strong fundraiser at the poorhouse. We've had it there, and we've raised usually about $10,000 from that dinner, and that really supplies us with new displays for the following year. So we have so much fun doing that, and everybody that goes normally are the repeat people. So if you want to go, get your ticket early.
And the lights are stored?
We have always stored the lights in the armory, but as of June 1st, the city will tell us where we will be for a while, because they're remodeling the armory with the new expansion of our money that we received. I believe it was at the Appalachian grant.
Appalachian Transformation.
Anyway, so it'll be a whole new year next year. Yeah. And sadly, this is our last year for the big tree, because it is so dead that we have...
Paint and water?
Paint and water. Mm. We've had to use that's Bright Solution does that tree. So next year we are going to be getting, 2 years ago, another tree was planted next to it, but it will be a while before it's big enough to be the display that we have now. So we are going to be fundraising next year for a 30-foot pole tree with music, and we're going to be putting the arches that you see that go down Water Street. We'll be having those around the tree, so it'll be very festive, and we will be having music up there. Okay. So we know it's not the big tree, but we're doing our best to make it good.
Pole tree, you mean
it's a pole
an
tree.
Artificial or a live tree?
A pole tree is like having a flagpole, and then they stream different colored lights going down, so it goes in the shape of a tree.
Okay, sort of hovering there, wires, whatever, to
Right.
like a big cone.
So it's going to be 30 feet. So we're excited about it. We have to fundraise, and usually our dinner will be our big fundraiser for that. But we'll have the music, and it's not going to be it's not going to be our big tree, but it's going to be something exciting.
But this. Okay, returning to our conversation after the doorbell rang. I had just asked you. We were talking about the Christmas tree. So you're going to have a sort of a jerry-rig next Christmas.
No, not jerry-rigged. It's going to be very attractive.
Okay.
It's going to be very professionally done. We will be...
With sort of a stand-in, an artificial stand-in.
We will probably have to use it for 5 years until our tree next to us gets larger, but it will not be anything that we'd be ashamed of to have at the front of our park. It's going to be exciting as well, and with the music, and there'll be a lot of things up there.
Okay.
But let's talk about our opening night, which is Friday evening.
Mm-hmm.
We are really excited. We have a stage there. Judy Bennett, who I think I forgot to mention, she's on our board, has done an excellent job for our opening night. We have a band that is headed by Ben True, and he's opening, and he will be playing starting at 6 o'clock. And then at 6:15, Mike Haller comes on board, and he is always a fabulous host. His ad-libbing and his humor, and he's always very joyful. And he will be doing a little bit of introduction to get Santa Claus. And then Santa Claus will be coming up from the park about 6:20 to 6:25, and he will be on a decorated booze bus with all of the elves, which are basically our committee members. And then he will talk for a few minutes about being naughty or nice, and then the lights go on, and then it is so exciting, and then people start. A parade of children follow Santa down the hill to be at Santa house, and people just walk through the park, and it just gives me goosebumps when I talk about it.
So Santa's house is still going to be down by the old armory?
By the armory.
But he'll come up to make a appearance.
He'll come up with the turning on the lights, and then when he leaves, everybody will follow him. There's a big parade that follows him down to the Santa house. And then other adults that don't have children that want to talk to Santa just really go through the park and walk. And there's we've added some more self-expression ones, which you can take portraits in. Trish and Alvin Mayers have been great supporters from the very beginning of Shine On. And they did all the overhead lights that go across Innerland Circle. And we are now doing a new thing with them, the igloo, and 2 penguins, which are also kids that will put their heads in there so they can take selfies, pictures. And we have another new display, the ballerina, which you can take a selfie picture with. And of course we have this wonderful Santa chair that Friends of Marsha Hoy spent over $4,500. And everybody sits in the chair and takes pictures. It's wonderful.
And people can look at last year's video and photos, which are, I'm certain, all over the internet to know what to expect.
Right, it's exciting.